If you're looking for healing, motivation, and encouragement, check out Queen's Opinion Podcast, where lifetime events can change and inspire your life. Welcome back to another episode of Queen's Opinion Podcast. I am your host, Queen Kiara, and today I have a special guest.
Hi guys, my name's Sierra.
Hey, Sierra. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
You are welcome. Listen, today I know we've talked off camera about some things, and we'll just get into how you feeling, what's going on with you. So I'll just put it like this. Since we're closing out the year, how has 23 been for you?
It's been really good. Excuse me. I liked it a lot. I've really felt like through 2023, I've found out a lot about myself.
Okay.
Figured out on the pathway as to what I want to do, adventures and stuff that I see myself going into, and really like getting deeper into my faith.
Okay. So you speak on that. We talk about that a lot on here. You talk about your faith. What does that mean to you? Where are you?
Really becoming a Christian again and letting Jesus, specifically him, back into my life.
Okay. How has that been?
It's been really good.
What made you, what caused that? What made you, why did he leave in the first place? And what made you just be like, okay, he got to come back. I got to seek him more.
So the story behind it is the beginning of the year / really the end of last year was when I was on campus. I'm still in school, but I wasn't on campus. So me and my friends, we were going to parties, doing this, that, and the third. We even became party promoters. And I was just out every single day, even on school nights, even have a test, I would be out just partying. And before then, my freshman year in college, I started questioning Jesus and like, is he even real?
And what made you do that?
Because I was thinking, I don't know, the whole thing, I just started questioning like the Son of God, like he did all this, he did this, that, and the third. Like it just the aspect of it just seemed kind of questionable. And I was questioning a lot of stuff. That's why I was questioning if there's aliens. I was questioning like just everything, like conspiracy theory, stuff like that. And it just made me think like, what if about other religions, maybe like Muslims and what they believe in, or Jewish people and stuff like that. So I was just confused all around.
And did something happen for you to question who he is? Like, be like, is there a God? Do he really exist? Did something happen for you to question that?
Nothing per se happened for me to be like, oh, because I still have faith in God. I still knew there's God, only one God. But it was just Jesus and the Son of God that I was just like, I don't really know. Okay. And nothing per se happened. I just started like thinking about stuff and questioning it. And
do you think like while you were basically partying a lot and maybe certain situations came about and things went left and you like, if he is who he say he is, why did he allow this to happen? Or just
my
elaborate
freshman
on
year,
it.
I got bigger. I was more insecure about myself. So I just was in like a dark place.
Okay.
I was really insecure about how I looked. Every time I went out, I would always look at myself, wouldn't recognize myself in the mirror because I was like, I've never been this size before.
What caused that? What make you think?
COVID.
Okay. yeah. COVID changed a lot of people. It made you think, it changed a lot of people. I know that would, because we were just stuck. Yeah. We couldn't do nothing. So your way of doing things was eating?
Yeah, because COVID, prior to COVID, I had lost a lot of weight because of stuff, just the living situation with my mom and like being depressed and stuff. I was in high school. And then when COVID happened, I was like, okay, I'm going to gain this weight back. So I was drinking protein shakes, eating all this on the third, protein shakes twice a day. And then I was going to school. So then, in school, you're a freshman at 15. On top of the weight I already gained in COVID, it was just like, oh.
You said something pertaining your mom. Y'all weren't getting along or something. That's what caused you to eat as well.
Well, that's what made me lose weight, because when I'm like sad or I'm not like just not happy, I'll get like depressed.
What made you sad, if you didn't mind me asking?
Really, because
with her.
That is also a whole nother story too. So let me finish my faith talk, and then I'll also go back to
no problem. Go forward. I'm here.
So going back to Jesus, it was just like what I explained. I just was just questioning it, and I didn't know for real if he's like the Son of God and just this person. Like, I feel what, because I remember Googling a bunch of stuff because I know there was the disciples and like Abraham, and I was wondering like why was it him that made him like the son of God, like just because he said it. Because I also thought that a lot of stuff was like it could have been like, you know how people switch stuff for what it is,
Of
like
course.
history is not cannot like people change it. So I thought maybe that was the case. Like maybe
Did you read the Bible?
I didn't.
So you were just going, your faith was based on, with him, was based on what you Googled or what you heard as
Yeah.
opposed to getting to know for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so what made you be like, you know what? So he was in your life at one point in time, and you kind of drifted off, basically.
Yeah.
What made you, what happened, that moment, that day, if you can remember, what made you be like, you know what? Jesus is real. I believe in God, but Jesus is real.
I was sitting in my dorm one day, and I remember I had the TV, my TV was on, but nothing was playing, and I just started thinking about him.
Okay.
And when I did, I was just overwhelmed with joy, and that's when I just knew he's real.
Yeah.
Because, and it was nothing specific that happened that day. I just started thinking about him, and all this like happiness and just like joy just filled my body, and I was just like, yeah.
Okay. I just wondered, I wanted to know that because normally when someone realizes who he is, they go through something. And it just goes to show that you really don't necessarily have to go through anything to know that he exists, because he is just that he is real.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's more of having a personal relationship with him. So that seems like that's something you developed besides somebody telling you who he is. You developed and gained your personal relationship with him.
Yeah.
So seeing that, okay, you know who he is now. You got your own definition. It's personal. How has that been for you through your everyday walk of life now?
It's been a lot better. A lot of things that, well, one, I just want to talk about physical wise too. I just feel like the more I've gained, like throughout my walk and as I've gotten closer to him, like you can just see it physically. Like if I was to show you a picture of what I looked like when he was in my life versus me now, you could like physically see.
Okay.
It's a difference.
Oh, I understand. I definitely understand. What have you do a whole 360 because he brings so much, especially when, to me, in my personal opinion and my relationship, when you're walking closer with him and you realizing certain things just in life, it makes you be like, yeah, I know who this is. I know he say who he say. I know he is who he say he is. Because, you know, we can quote different things from the Bible. We can learn scripture. We can go off of our parents. But it's something about having, to me, your own personal relationship with him that gets you through your everyday walk of life. So with using that and knowing who he is even more, how has that been for you just in life in general? So like are you in a relationship? Did you lose friends in the process of learning who he is? Did it make you want to be a better person, set certain goals and accomplish them? Where is that now?
So my friends are still the friends that I've had because they've strengthened it too. And well, I will say one friend I did lose, but she wasn't like a friend. She was just like someone in the group that I had in college who I was cool with. But I feel like my friends, I've gotten like my true like core friends from it. Like I see for who's supposed to be in my circle and who's
Is that
not.
because they have a relationship with him also?
Yes. Okay. They have a strong relationship and I go to them and they help guide me. So they help strengthen my relationship. Like my other friend Jada, I'm supposed to go to a conference with her in January for it's a Christian conference that she invited me to. So I'm excited for that. And she's helped me. She's given me like YouTubers to watch or pastors that she listens to or sermons and stuff that I started watching. So, yeah.
You listen to gospel music and stuff too?
Yeah.
Okay. That's normally my go-to besides watching like your basic, like your Sarah Jakes and TD Jakes and stuff like that. Different scriptures that have carried me as well. Still learning some stuff because, you know, when you get older too, your perspective of your Christian walk and your faith, it becomes different. You look at it different, especially like when you, let's just say, become a parent. Like with me, like, do you have any kids? No, okay,
I don't. But I want kids.
You do?
Yeah, I want a big family.
Okay, how many?
I want 3.
Okay, for knowing who you are, I can see that 'cause you work well with kids.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that? And you can ask me too.
Well, just because going back to my family life, my mom, she has 4 sisters, and my dad, he has 6 siblings.
Okay.
So I have a big family, but my intermediate family is just me and my brother.
Okay.
But I have a lot of cousins, aunties, all that, and I just love the family aspect of us all coming together, going to cookouts, whether it be someone's wedding. If it was somebody's wedding, I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love when somebody gets married because everyone's gonna be there.
And it's not a funeral,
right?
Yeah.
Or when someone just had a baby showers, or just like cookouts, or I would love it.
So you just love family. Okay. Well, it's fun. It's an adventure. I'm gonna say that I only have one daughter, but that's enough for me. I don't because before her and previous marriage I was in, I lost 4. So
I'm sorry.
Thank you. When I got with her dad and we got together, it's like God was like, here you go. You can finally be that mom that because I've always wanted to be a mama. Like, I love kids. Even before her, I've loved all kids since then. Excuse me, I'm having a little technical difficulties. We back. But it's fun. It's a lot of work. A lot of love that definitely goes into it. The biggest responsibility ever now. I feel like it can be done 2 ways. You either going to be the best parent that you're going to try to be because there's no manual. I had to learn that too. That's something my mom told me when I became a parent. Like, there's no manual to it. There's no instructions. But it's something that I feel like God gives us as mothers, even with support and without, just something clicks. And the harder that you were going before, you go even harder when you become a parent, when you're a real parent. Yeah. Because it's a difference. You got some trifling parents. But they teach you a lot. They are sponges. They absorb everything. So you have to be careful. Right. You have to be mindful of them too, things that go along with that. And you have to stay active. Like with my daughter, I don't ever want her to feel like we weren't actively a part of her life. Even though things are going to happen and situations are going to come about, I always want her to know that she's loved by both parents and we got her. She going to have to learn how to do some stuff, but we got her. So I know you didn't ask for advice, but that's the best advice I can give you on that journey when you decide to do that. And just prepare yourself the best you can, because they do become your little broke best friends, but they want everything. And you like double back on what you didn't probably get as a child. You be wanting your children to have everything. Exactly. I'm still learning that that's okay for them not to have everything, but you still be wanting to have everything. It's a sacrifice. But that's enough on that. So welcome to motherhood when it's that time.
I'm excited.
And it is very exciting. You said that you will go back on what happened pertaining your mom, because we still, this whole topic, this whole episode really is pertaining your walk of your faith. So what happened with that?
So it started with a boy in high school.
Okay.
And she really essentially, like, she found out that I was having intercourse, and then that's when the table flipped. Like, everything was on lockdown. And I will say I did make some dumb decisions, but let me really think back. Because when it first started, when she first found out, then I was about to go back to school. But before then, she sent me away to stay with my Nana for a couple weeks because I had made the dumb decision to walk to the boys' spot.
Okay.
And while she was at work, then she found out, she got on my tail, and she was like, oh, yeah, I can't, like, she didn't trust me to do it myself. So I went away to stay with my Nana for a couple of weeks before school started. Then school starts. And then, like, she's just not trusting with my phone or my computer and stuff like this, because I'm still trying to be in contact with the boy. And, like, on my phone or on my computer, and she would just snatch, take it away. So then I essentially felt like she didn't care about what I wanted. I will say she saw it through text. Me understanding, if I was to be a mother and I saw what she saw, I would understand.
Now. Now that you're grown and older.
Now. But she just was just like on my body, and I just felt like she didn't really care about what I wanted. She didn't like my voice wasn't being heard. Like she would say, "Oh, I want you to come to me, talk to me," but I didn't feel like that. Like I didn't feel like she wanted, like she was gonna be listening to what I'm saying. So that just made me become closed off, and I really just would shut down, would not want to talk to anyone, would not want to do nothing. And then COVID happened too, so I'm like, now I'm stuck in this house with her.
Yeah.
All these problems are arising. It was really bad. I had to go to my counselor and trying to talk to her. I tried to have an outlet. On top of, during this time, my mom and my dad, they're separated and they're not talking to each other.
Oh, wow.
So I'm trying to still keep in contact with my dad because at this point she's not really like entertaining like me seeing him and visiting him or anything like that.
Because she's not talking to him, so it's more personal.
So it's like because she's not talking to him, I don't really know how I could see him. I could talk to him on the phone, but seeing him, you have to come up to the school to give me presents for my birthday and stuff like that for me to see him. So it was just a lot, and it was too much. And I would talk to my dad a lot about what was going on, and I would keep asking him, could I come stay with him? Could I come stay with him? This, that, and the third. And I guess, like, during the time, it wasn't a good time for him, just for financial reasons, stuff like that. He wanted to make sure I was good. But then at the end of 2020, that's when he said, yeah, I can move in with him.
Okay.
And so I moved in.
How did it go with you and your mom? Did you ask her, could you go, or did you just tell her, look?
I asked her.
Okay.
But at that point, she couldn't really do anything about it because at the time being, I was 18. So
okay.
I guess she knew she couldn't really do anything about it. And I guess, she was just like, okay, I guess maybe she was fed up with my bull too. So she was like, here you go.
Yeah.
And I moved in with him. And then we kind of stopped, me and my mom, like we weren't talking like that. Like we would talk every now and then. And then my graduation came. And I didn't know. Well, I still to this day, I don't know if she came to my graduation because I didn't see her there. I didn't get a picture with her there. So my dad and my boyfriend, they were there. I know that for a fact because I saw them. I took pictures, everything. But my mom and my brother, I don't know if they came. She says she did, but she says she left early because of traffic or whatnot. I don't know. Stuff like that, I try to like not really think about because it's in the past. You can't really change it. It is what it is.
But it hurt, though, didn't it? That was your mama.
It was like, I told her, I was like, I didn't even get a picture with you for my graduation. And it was upsetting, but I didn't really, like, let it get to me. I just kind of, and I guess, I kind of just like, okay, that's it. It's what it is. You can't really change it. So, but yeah. And after that summer before I went off to school, I stopped talking to her because I was just kind of over it. Like the stuff that she did before I moved in with my dad, plus what was happening, and then like her not coming to my graduation, I just felt like she wasn't there for me. She didn't really care about me, stuff like that. So then before I went off to school, my dad, he dropped me off at my mom's spot and he was like, oh, go get her some flowers or chocolates and like apologize, like rekindle. So he's really the one that rekindled our relationship and like started to the new relationship that we have
now. Okay, are y'all in a better space now?
Yeah, a much better space.
That's
much better. She still has her ways. I'll just be like, like it's annoying, but I just feel like maybe because we're just not meant to live together, but I still love her. Like that's my mom forever, and I just come to the space where your parents are here for a limited amount of time. Yeah, and I just want to cherish the moments that she's here on earth because my mom had me at an older age. She's not old, but she's 60. She just turned 60. Yeah, so I just cherish the moments I have with her.
As you should, and everybody's story different. Everybody's relationship is different with their parents. You never know. That's why. Like on this platform, there's no judgment because we've all gone through and gonna go through and have gone through things. So there's no reason to do that. But I'm glad your relationship has built itself back up with your mom because,
it's gotten much better.
That's a good thing.
I'm trying to help my brother get a better relationship with my dad. Because the separation between, one, my brother, he's on the spectrum. He's autistic, has Asperger's. And so.
What's that?
It's like a form of autism.
Okay.
And so him growing up, because he's like special needs, he relied on my mom as like to be there. Like that's his, like everyone, how the kid has their little blankie that they love, like his mom, like our mom, that's his blanket. Okay. Because growing up, it was just hard to see them fight and stuff like that. And so it's affected how he feels towards my dad now. So we were just talking about that the other day. Actually, I was actually talking to my mom about how we have our differences, but how we are now.
Yeah.
And it's really better now. Like, I hugged her. We had a little moment. It was
That's good.
And I want Paris to get that. My brother's name is Paris. I want Paris to get that with our dad. So
he's not trying to.
He is, but it's just the past. He can't really get over it. And I was trying to explain, like, how I said to you about the things my mom had done in the past. Like, you can't change it. And I was trying to say to him, you can't really change it. You can feel how you feel about it, but if you want that relationship with your dad, then you're going to have to, get over it.
Yeah. And not necessarily that, just learn how to maneuver through it. Because to me, like, in my opinion, when you I'm not saying don't voice how you feel and let somebody know that they have wronged you or whatever the case may be. But if you do still want that with that person, whomever it may be, you're going to have to learn how to pivot through it, maneuver through it, so y'all can be better as whatever relationship that you have with that person. So just keep encouraging him to. Don't force it.
Exactly.
Don't force it, because the more you force something, people gonna do how they want to anyway. That's how I look at that with anything, with anybody. But that's dope, though.
Yeah.
That's dope. So what's been going on with you now? So you got your walk with God going. You talked about being a parent.
Yeah.
What else? Are you in a relationship?
A situationship.
Okay, that happens.
Yeah.
That happens. How is that? How has that been since with your walk with God?
That's really what caused me to, because me and him, we were together for 4 years before I broke it up with him, because I just felt like, one, I was kind of checked out in the relationship. I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize it if, like, I cheat.
Yeah.
So I hopped out of it, one, because of that, and two, because I just felt like God was telling me to focus on myself. And God, he still has put me in like my isolation era.
From everybody, or just him, or?
Really from everyone, because, well, of course my friends, we're not all on campus, so we're not together. Like, so I'm not with my friends. I don't, like, my dad and my work schedule, we don't really see each other like that. Like, of course, over the weekends and stuff, but on the weekdays, I don't really see him like that. So when I come home from work, I mostly be by myself unless I have plans to, like, go see my best friend when she is in town. Because she's in campus. Well, she goes to school in Cali. Okay. Or he's, like, he stays in Woodstock, so he'll
Your
come
friend.
see me.
Your guy friend. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what made me break it off with him. Then I think, because it's confusing right now, then, because he always said on my body, he was like, I know you're the one for me. I want to be with you. I want to wife you up. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't know if I feel the same way because of how our relationship was. In our relationship, I would tell him things that I would like, and it wouldn't happen. I just felt like he wasn't trying, and I was the one putting both of our, like, trying for both of us. And I was kind of over, like, I want a man, someone to rely on, someone to lean on, and I wasn't getting that from him. Okay. So I told him that, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to work on myself, this, that, and the third, work on his career and stuff like that. But now I'm still hesitant to get back in a relationship with him, because some things, like his career, because what I want now, I'm not accepting nothing less than that, which is I want you to be committed in your career, like on the pathway to your career. I need you to lead me, guide me. Like, I want someone that's going to be the leader. And I think because I've gotten closer with God, like, I want a man that's ideally like God, but not in that sense, but like, yeah.
You're providing, your protector, your go-to. That's
going to lead me. And, like, do all of that stuff like a man should be, like, not, so I mean like a godly man who's going to do all those things, even have the personality, treat me like a queen. Yeah. And all of that. And I don't know, my standards are too high. And that's some things I'd like to check myself about. Like, I don't think they are, but sometimes I just question, like, is it too hard? Because I just feel like in this day and age, it's hard to find a man like that, realistically, especially in Atlanta. You know how guys be.
Well, you shouldn't be looking anyway, because he should actually come after you. Not only that, in the process with that, if you said things that you want and he accommodate them, or he may slip from time to time, you know, work with him if that's what you want to do.
Right.
But if not, you know, ask God to show you if that's what it's supposed to be. And if it is, work through it. If
that's
it's
what I've
not,
been asking.
do what's going to be best for
Exactly.
you. He'll definitely show you.
Yeah.
He will definitely
And I just
show
need to
you.
listen. Because I've been asking him, but I don't know if, like, because I saw something on Instagram. A guy was like, it's like, if you're confused on who God's voice is, it just means, like, you need to, like, just go away. Because it'll be a whisper. So you need all the noise. You just need to, like,
tune it out. Well, with sometimes what I do, if I really want to listen to certain things or really need to really just hear him out, find you a place. No one has to know when you're doing it. You don't have to make a time as far as, give me 5 minutes, I'll be right back, got to go talk to God. It's something you'll automatically just do it, and you'll know it's something pertaining to him. In my opinion, nothing is going to bother you. Like if you got to tell somebody to leave you alone or give you a minute, it's going to be an automatic. But find your place. Find the time when it's quiet in your home or when you're by into yourself. When you, like how you say your scheduling is now, find that time and just out of nowhere, just drop what you're doing and just let him talk. Because he will whisper something that happened. A song may come on. It'd be different ways of him using him to show himself, using his voice to show himself. Because he will do it, and it's a trip how he do it.
Yeah.
But that's part of your journey with learning your faith and gaining more with your faith. And you got to trust the process too, even when whatever happens. And normally when you, as they say, catching hell, or you can't really just pinpoint and put your hand on it, that's when he's working at his best.
Yeah.
Because he don't need you. We all need him. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget that too when you just want it. You just want him to do it right then.
Right.
And I'm very guilty of it. God, just, can you do it, please?
Right.
Like, but you can also command it, and he'll let something happen too. You just got to be ready.
Yeah.
And I know that's kind of like, what, I can't think of the word for it. It's kind of like,
Contradicting.
yeah, to a sense, yeah, because you'll say, God, show me right now.
Right.
And he'd be like, boop, and he'd be like, whoa, I wasn't
Right.
ready for that. Which, because he's that
don't
type
like
of
the
guy.
answer.
Yeah.
It's
He's
not the
that
answer
kind.
you want.
Yeah, he's that kind. So I dig that, though, out of all of this, that you gain back who he was. Like, that is really dope. You have any questions for me?
I do have some questions in motherhood.
Okay.
Because that's what I really feel like everything I'm doing now, that's the end goal.
Okay.
To be a great mother. Like, just to have all the things set up so my kid can come into a great world. Well, I know the world is not great,
I know
but
what you're
I
saying.
can
The safe
still,
place that's parenthood. Yeah.
Because things that I didn't have, like, it's really financial things to me, because that's what I lacked a lot when I was a kid, was financial things, and just like, and I guess stability and like making sure you're heard. So those things I really want to make sure that my kid has.
Okay, ask away. I can only answer what I know, and what I don't, we'll work on that together, because it's still a learning process. Go for it. I answer you. Go for it.
I guess in this day and age, like the phone, because that's something I don't know how I would. I feel like, because I didn't get a phone until and it was a flip phone. It was 5th grade, and it was a flip phone. Then 6th grade, I got like a little Android phone.
Okay.
So like, what age do you think is a good age to?
So like you said, with the time now, our daughter is 7, and she has a phone. She just got her phone for her birthday. Hesitant, of course,
Right.
but I feel like the day and age that we live in now, it's a need because of how the world is now.
Right.
Like you said, I didn't get my first phone until I was like, 14, 15. And then when I got a job, I had to start paying for it, just teaching responsibility as well. And that's what we're working on now with her, even with her being the age that she is. She got to be able to keep that phone. And in order to keep that phone, it's things you have to do, because that bill every month, somebody got to pay it.
Right.
So we got to know that you willing to take care of it enough, or want it enough, appreciate it enough to even have it. And I think, like I said, there's no guidelines with being a mom or even being a dad. You just got to do it. You're going to have mess ups. And that was something that I was really, 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 really nervous about. Like, I lost my mom at 18. So she only got a year with my daughter. And that's who I thought, because she was there. I have nieces and nephews. She was there for everybody else's birth and growth. I thought I would have her. So a lot of mine, when I have certain questions, besides even like with her dad, she has her dad's parents.
Right.
And I have a relationship with her grandmother, but it was still more of a, I want my mom to be able to tell me some stuff. Or when I find myself seeing certain things that she may do, just moments, I'd be like, I wish I could call my mama or whatever. But I just circle back and be like, no, you got this. And I pray. The biggest thing is praying and asking God to show you and strengthen you, because all kids have different personalities. And you got to remember, you're not just having somebody by yourself. You having somebody that reminds you of their other parent. You're going to have different attitudes, different mannerisms, different characteristics of each person. So the best advice I can give, pray. Pray with your children too. Teach them how to pray. Let them know about who God is. Let them develop their own relationship, because my daughter can pray. She know who God is.
That's good.
And discipline is very important. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the biggest disciplinarian, because I'm not. But discipline is very important. I don't want my daughter ever to feel like she can try me. I know she will. We're human. I tried my parents, but don't play with me.
Right.
You got to learn how to cut it on and cut it off. And that's not easy either, because they can sometimes, depending on your child and where they are in level, you be like, wait a minute, am I talking to a kid or am I talking to an adult? Not necessarily an adult per se, but a mature person.
Right.
It's balance. Even with her phone situation, she has a certain amount of time that she own it. And then she has to turn it in at a certain time, especially during the week.
Yeah.
We watch her phone. I check a message, because she has friends. So I'm checking messages. I'm trying to see what you're talking about, what you watching, even with things that she watch. She limited to it, so it's just more of watching it. Because, again, we're living in a time, we're not back where we were back then.
Exactly.
All things are different. They're exposed to a lot of things, too. Like you say, we live in Georgia, so they see way more stuff
than they're supposed to.
And it's not going to stop. But I always want her to know that she does have a safe haven, even if she gets in trouble. We still your parents. We still got your back.
Right.
As far as me being a woman and being a mom to her, and certain things she's going to have to see, I got to prepare myself for, like the change and the development and becoming a young lady. I'm praying, because it's going to happen. But the outlet, knowing she's protected, that's the best advice I can give. Pray. And just ask God to order your steps with being a parent, because there's no guideline. Now, if I had a script or a manual, and even just think about it, if you had that to go by, you would, but just you'll be trying to tweak it in a way it was going to be beneficial to you. So do what's going to be best for you in your household when it comes to your children. You can take advice from people, but at the end of the day, that baby came from your womb.
Right.
You do what's going to be best for you. Don't exclude if you and your partner stay together with it, or if the father's in your baby's life, don't exclude them. Y'all come together and have understandings and boundaries. And, of course, they'll have their own relationship. You'll have your own. But y'all got to stay firm. And I'm not good at that all the time. Because, you know, like, you be like, wait a minute. Well, let me talk to your dad. So how does that go? As far as
like, when y'all two are on a different page towards disciplinary to your kid, like do y'all like have a chit chat first and then go like, okay, we're gonna do this?
It varies. It varies, and it don't always stick. I could say I'm guilty from certain stuff too. Some ways he may like, I might disagree with, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, we gotta stand on it, because she pays attention, because children are slick. And sometimes our kid can be like, well, let me ask my daddy, or let me ask my mama, let me see who done said what. But she know, because you have to pay your children, they sponges. So they pay attention to how you guys interact with one another to see who they gonna pick. And yes, I am the soft one. Her dad is more the disciplinary, but at the end of the day, she know how far to go with me. And I know how far to let her go with me. But then I don't always want him looking like the bad guy either. So I have to be like, nah. Or if I do have a disagreement, it'll still go forward. But I'll like talk to him later and be like, I didn't like XYZ. That may cause us to be okay. That may cause us to argue. But at the end of the day, the same thing was the point across to where she knows this is what we meant, this is what we said, and this is how it's going to be. You got your voice, but we still your parents first.
Yeah.
So that's just how I deal with that.
That's something I got to think about because I see so much things on social media about, the gentle parenting.
Yeah. Ain't no gentle.
I feel like, especially when I started working at that daycare, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That does not work because kids, especially when they don't understand, you can't talk to them like they're
Right.
What you're saying. They're not going to get it.
Right. Or they do get it and they know that they can treat their parents a certain type of way. So what do I have to do? Why do I have to listen to you? You're not my parent. That's another thing. People in the streets or people out there, people know where children come from and what kind of upbringing. That's like even with our daughter. You see somebody, you speak.
Right.
You see we talking, you shut up. You're going to be quiet behind it. It's whatever boundaries that you set up with your kids, they have to follow them, whether they're in your presence or behind or with you.
Right.
That's what it's, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Really and truly. Like they say, it start at home. So even when they go to school, they're going to come looking at you as the parent on what you're doing when your child's not being disobedient or not listening or being disrespectful. Even embarrass me.
Right.
I have to go and take you out. So, yes, I am big on that. So, I definitely get that. But again, it goes back to pray your faith in God and allow Him to order your steps with dealing with whatever it is, whether you want to be a parent, preparing yourself to who you want to have your kid with, because that plays a part too. Because sometimes people can be this person. And then when you get with them and have a kid with them, it's like you stuck to a certain extent.
And that's what scares me too. Like I feel like, because some situations bring different sides out of people,
Right.
and you will not know that side until you experience it. So now it's just like you stuck with them now, and it's more than 18 years because you got weddings, all this, that, and the third. When they have
still
kids,
have to, what is it, coincide with each other or co-parent. You have to still be respectful, be cordial with one another.
Yeah.
But it just varies. To me, it depends on the person. Some people can do it, some people cannot. Some people hold it, taking it personal. Some people feel like because you got a kid, you got to be with that person. You don't.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. If it don't, you just you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
That's just my outlook. Now, do I want that? No. Want to be with your person? Yeah, but things happen, situations come about. But what else you got?
Well, I don't know how deep that's gotten for you because I know she's only in the first grade, but I just know my mom had issues with my brother in the school system when he was in there, especially because he's special needs. So they would try and abuse that, and she'd have to go in and check him. So that's stuff like that. I think like
you don't know to me until you get put in that position.
Right.
Thankfully, faithfully, knock on everything. I pray that we don't have. She's very smart, so. As far as school, now she's had a couple of phone calls here and there, but once she got discipline, because we believe in that, that was it. Yeah. And she doesn't want the consequence. My baby don't like being in trouble. So if you tell my mama, tell my daddy, she don't like that, so she's not going to do it. You know what I mean? And if she tried an attempt and it's brought to the storefront, I ain't going to try that no more because my parents crazy. And I will get a whooping. I will get disciplined for that. I will get punished. Like now she got a phone. That's a possibility that can get taken from me. So we don't go through that. Like I said, she's a straight A student. That's all we want right now.
Exactly.
That's all I'm on right now. But other than that, no, I don't have that.
Any brothers and sisters?
No, thank you. I'm done. Stick a fork in it. God bless. We have the same. I'm 37 years old. I'm done.
My mom had me at 40. So.
Yeah, my mom had me at 38. But again, I'm done. Stick a fork in it. I went through what I went through. We share the same birthday month. That was the best birthday gift I could have got at 16. So I'm done. I don't think I had I don't have the patience like I used to.
Yeah, because babies.
Yeah.
I got introduced to that when I had a puppy, and that's only a puppy because it would cry all the time. I could barely sleep at night how much it would be crying. So I can only imagine a baby.
And you said you want 3. Okay. We'll see in a few years if you've attempted that. You have your 1 and see if you still saying 3. And that's
But
how
my best friend, she's pregnant, so I'll probably get a little glimpse of that when she has
But
her
you can
baby.
give her back or him back.
Yeah, that's the
Remember
truth.
those things. Remember those things. Everybody, because I used to be like that. I can't wait. I used to babysit and all this. I can't wait. And when I had her, it was just like, whoa, okay. Well, let's rock. I don't think any more coming. And then reality hit, no more's coming. That's enough by itself.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm blessed and thankful for her. And we keep it moving from there.
And kids are expensive
Very.
nowadays.
Very. Even more so. They are. And it does not stop.
Just to give birth is very expensive.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially if you having health problems or issues.
Yeah.
You have to think about all
So
of
I
that.
can only imagine.
Yeah, you said 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said I'm determined. Like, I really, really, really got to get it if I want the dream that I want.
Okay.
So.
What is your dream? Are you talking about as far as kids or are you just saying career-wise?
Well, I feel like career-wise, I don't really have a set career. I just have little, like, business adventure. I mean, what is it?
So you want to be more of an entrepreneur?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
For real. Because, like I said, I want to be, the main thing is a mother. That's the job I want. I just want to be a mother.
You want to be a stay-at-home mom or just?
Ideally, but I want that's why I said I want to be an entrepreneur so I can work from home and do stuff from home. And then if I need to, like, get up and go, I would probably be in the predicament where my kids can come with me.
Okay.
And do, or they could stay with my husband or something. But I just don't want to miss those milestones because working at a daycare, I know parents miss a lot of milestones. Like, I saw my kid take his first steps and his parents didn't even get to see.
Yeah.
And that's something I would be very upset about. Like, that would make me question what I'm doing as a parent. Why am I missing this?
Yeah.
I would be upset, and I don't want that at all. I just want to be there for my kid.
So I will say this too, and then we'll get off the whole kid thing. We don't have to, but I will say this again. It is not a handbook. Now, with the lifestyles, depending on what you want, even with being an entrepreneur, because I have done that as well, things happen. It don't be your intent to miss out on things. And my thing too, going back to being a parent, your kids are going to love you regardless. But that's something you got to know. That's even with discipline. Not saying they'll get over it, but it's more of a reminder. Look, mama or daddy couldn't make this, or I couldn't be present at this moment, but I'm so proud. It's more of a reassurance and letting them know, hey, I'm still here. You got me.
Right.
So with working for yourself, I will say you can miss just as much as opposed to working at a job. Because when you work for yourself, everything falls on you.
Yeah, that's true.
But I get what you're saying as far as having it set up in a way to where you can be more present. I'm not taking away, but don't what I'm trying to say is don't beat yourself up in the event you get put in that situation because you don't know.
Yeah, right.
And you may miss something. Or you may not be able to make it to certain things. It's been so many things. I'll be like, oh, I didn't make it to this. Oh, my gosh, she's going to hate me in my mind. Reality, I had so much fun, mama, and blah, blah, blah. Wish you could have been there. It sting a little bit, and I'd be like, well, this happened. Reason I wasn't because I had to still make sure this is taken care of for you. You see these lights on and you able to do this. That's why. They don't be caring. As long as when they come around, they can still get them hugs and kisses. Because after a while, they don't be studying you to do that.
Yeah.
Long as they know they got you, they don't be caring. So I wish you nothing but success with that.
Yeah.
So right now, you say you're in school. What are you taking in school?
Computer engineering. But
Okay.
I don't know. I have 3 paths that I'm going to take by the end of this year. I'm either going to stick with computer engineering, switch my major. I thought maybe my calling is to be a therapist just because I know my family has their own issues that they need to solve out. So I don't know if that's my calling from God. So maybe I can be the person to fix it.
Okay.
And even help kids to like stuff that I was playing with you with my mom, like my counselor. She made a big difference in my life just as an outlet. So I was like, maybe that could be also like a pathway that God has for me.
Okay.
Or I'm just not going to continue school.
Okay.
Because it's too much being that I pay my own school bill and I have these loans now accumulating that have interest and all that. That's a lot. And my parents don't help me at all. So it's just a lot of baggage. And
Did you get a chance to apply for the loan forgiveness thing with?
See, I heard about that for Biden, but I heard like it would have to go to some court case or something. Like it wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I probably should look into that.
Yeah, look into that just to see, just in case you may change your mind. Not forcing it, because college is not for everybody.
Yeah.
You get a whiff of it, and sometimes you just be like, But I get that. But Ciarra, this was fun. This was fun with you. This was really fun.
Great time. Like,
did you get a chance to let some stuff out?
Definitely.
That's good. Got you a little woo-sama.
Right.
But that's what it's about, though. Like I stated in the beginning, anybody that comes on, I want you to be comfortable. Feel free to come back. I'm glad that you did come. But it's a fun. It's a free space. You're welcome.
I had a good time, because usually I don't get a chance to talk. Like I said, I'll be in my head.
Yeah.
So it was just good to talk about it, have that outlet.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Well, we'll have some more subjects and topics to touch on for next time. But I appreciate you. If you want to, you could tell the people where they can find you.
Okay.
Oh, well, talk over here.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at love_Ciarra, CIARRA, 2 A's, I believe, yes. Love, LUVV_CIARRA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you plan on, let me ask you this real quick. So we closing out the year. Do you plan on like traveling more, doing anything?
Let's see. I feel like this year was actually a good year of traveling. I went to Miami. I went to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I might probably have a cabin trip for the New Year's.
Okay.
Or I might go somewhere for Christmas, but we'll see, because I really just sat and get in my car.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the first thing.
Okay. Well, again, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We appreciate having you on. Guys, thanks for tuning in. You can find me at Miss Queen at Queen's Opinion Podcast on IG, YouTube. Follow if you're not following. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. If you would like to collab, you can contact Queen's Opinion Podcast at gmail.com. And until again, peace.